whip around and show you what I got. Where I walk, where I talk. See me flying down my route, pass me the ball. I ain't dropping none, I don't fumble at all. Winner, chicken dinner every time we ball. Throwing it like a burner, I dunk it like LeBron. Hey. Monday night Fredo, Infinity TV.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're live here on Monday Night Fredo, live from the Infinity Studios here in Los Angeles on this rainy day. Not just a rainy day, but it's been a rainy weekend. I mean, if you don't live in Los Angeles or anywhere near the LA County, Inland Empire, it was snowing out here in certain places out here. So it was a crazy weather weekend here. But of course, it is also a crazy Monday here today. We've learned news from 3 different individuals who are out with major injuries. And let's go ahead and start off from the Los Angeles Dodgers shortstop, Gavin Lux. Gavin Lux is formerly the upcoming shortstop that the Dodgers have right now, and he went out with a non-contact injury. And apparently Gavin Lux said he felt a pop in his left knee as he was running towards third base, and he is out, was carted off the field. So with that being said, the Dodgers are most likely going to start the season without their starting shortstop, and hopefully they can somewhat maintain on top of the division, especially looking at the way the San Diego Padres are stacking up this season. But that was one injury that happened earlier today at around 2 p.m. But let's go ahead and fast forward at around 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. We had Mr. Chino Hills, Mr. LaMelo Ball, out with another ankle injury, which he suffered a high ankle sprain. He will be out for a few weeks after just coming in hot with the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets have won 5 games in a row, especially with the amazing play of LaMelo Ball. So with him being out with an injury himself, it sucks. It sucks to see a team that was really going and vibing right now, really feeling themselves out on the courts. And it's just, him going down in the third quarter earlier today, which is a big, big piece for the Charlotte Hornets. But you want to talk about the little fish? Let's talk now about the big fish. The big fish in the news that came out earlier today as well. LeBron James, Lakers forward, did hurt himself yesterday during the victory. The biggest comeback this season came from the Los Angeles Lakers defeating the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas in front of Mark Cuban and Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes, who was sitting courtside watching this tremendous game. But at the end of the game, LeBron James twisted his ankle in a way as he was going up for a layup. He faked, tried to go the up and under, and he kind of twisted it. It did not look so good, but he was able to finish the game. That was the most important part. So for me, I'm thinking, well, LeBron, you finished the game. Yeah, you are the greatest basketball player of all time. Why not battle through the most 23 important games that you're looking at to finish off this season? That's what you said. These are the biggest games of your career so far. So I get it. Your foot, your ankle might hurt, but you need to get on the court. All right. A lot of things that Kobe has said in the past. Kobe has said, if I can walk on it, which you were clearly walking on it after the game, why not play? That's an interesting thing that I want to go ahead and talk to our very special guest that we got here today with us. Of course, for some of you guys that know the man, if you know the Lakers, of course, this is going to be Laker kind of centric talk because there's a lot going on in Lakerland. All right. So with this being said, I do have a very special guest, and I'm gonna go ahead and introduce him right when we're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll have a very special guest. If he knows everything about the Lakers. He has big emotions. He feels himself about the Lakers because I feel this certain guy all the time on Twitter and on Instagram. He's talking and he's saying what he feels. At times I say what I feel, and sometimes you feel a certain way that now I'm thinking that it's finally time to pull the plug on the Lakers. It is time to pull the plug on LeBron James. Yes, I said that. I got more to say on that when we return here on Monday Night Fredo.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Kelly.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
And we're back here live on Monday Night Fredo, live from Los Angeles, rainy Los Angeles, cold Los Angeles, man. It is freezing out there. I don't even want to leave the studio right now, but I'm here with the one and only. I mean, this guy is one of the biggest Laker fans around you can find out there. And of course, you can easily follow this man on Twitter and Instagram at Big Baby Jonathan. Big Baby, welcome to the show, my guy.
Well, thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate you, man. Looking forward to being a part of the show.
No problem. So, Big Baby, man, we heard the news earlier today that LeBron James will be out for several weeks. We do not know exactly how long he will be out. They're expecting it to be maybe at about a month at the very max. Reports will come out tomorrow. Of course, he will be taking another MRI. But, Big Baby, what were your first thoughts when you saw the news on LeBron James earlier today?
It's unfortunate that happened, man. It's frustrating, and I agree with you 100%. I feel like we should sit AD, wave the white flag, because AD, we don't know if AD might get injured next game too. So, LeBron's injured, and I'm just very frustrated because LeBron saying he's going to try his best to be out there all 22 games. He got injured. Saying he said these 23 games are most important in his career, and he gets injured. It's like, it's time to pull the plug. Sit LeBron down. Say, you know what, LeBron? Sit the rest of the season. We got the young core. We got the young assets from the trade deadline. We're going to see what we can work with to build on. AD, sit down too. Let's see what this team is made of next season. That's what I would do personally if I was running the Lakers.
I mean, it seemed like about 2 weeks ago, we were looking, and I mean, you can even look at it prior to yesterday's game, that Rob Pelinka was somewhat of a genius with the moves he was able to make and the way he constructed this second half team here for the Lakers. Of course, you look at the ages of these guys, like you mentioned, the young guys. There's only one individual that's 30 and above, and that's LeBron James. 29, with Anthony Davis currently being 29 right now, and everyone being below that. You look at the young team that the Lakers now have. LeBron James is going to be out for quite some time. They're 3.5 games behind the 6th spot, about 4.5 from the 4th spot. They're right there. But do you think sitting LeBron, sitting AD, is that, or what are the Lakers going to get out of that?
They're going to get, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, they'll get a draft pick, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Lakers are 5-9 with LeBron sitting out. 5-9. There's a stat today on Twitter, 5-9. So
well, I mean, 5-9 is not so good, especially when you're being led by head coach Darvin Ham. And just seeing LeBron James now, and I personally think this is where I might take a left turn or a right turn or just go straight forward and hit the wall.
Yeah.
But I think that we're now a little too late on the Anthony Davis situation. I feel that I do not believe Anthony Davis is that guy to maybe take over the second half without LeBron James. Well, not the second half, but about 21 games remaining. I don't think Anthony Davis is that person and really can take the Lakers to the next level. Because little do we know, AD might get hurt tomorrow night in Memphis, or he might get hurt this upcoming week. So I cannot put all my marbles and everything I got and bet on the Lakers to maybe make the playoffs, because I can say that right now that the Lakers are not going to make the playoffs. They're just not going to make the playoffs, especially with LeBron James, and especially with AD not being capable of being the number one guy, or even maybe being the number two guy.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I agree with you 100%, man. AD, we don't know where we're going to get at AD, because I noticed when LeBron plays with AD, that's when AD turns it up. But when LeBron's not out there, we don't really see AD dominate. We see him standing around, getting pushed around. We don't see that same physicality when LeBron's out there. So it's like, come on, AD. And that's the thing about Anthony Davis. He doesn't demand the ball like Shaq would. If Shaq was on his team, he'd be like, give me the ball, get out of my lead on my shoulder. But AD likes to stand around, finesse, left-handed layup, left-handed hook. It's like, no, give me the ball, get out of my way, and dunk on people like he was in New Orleans. I don't see that same Anthony Davis on his team. I feel like Anthony Davis is mentally checked out sometimes, in my personal opinion.
No, it seemed like something was wrong with them, especially when we looked at LeBron James breaking the record a few weeks ago, and the way he was down there on the bench. I just thought that was just a very, very bad, ugly kind of picture of Anthony Davis. That just kind of shows you that there's some trouble going on inside that locker room, which apparently it seemed like it cleared off once Russell Westbrook was shipped off. Do you really believe, Big Baby Jonathan? Because I know that you love the Lakers, you love this team, and I know that you maybe deep down inside believe that the Lakers can change things around this season. But is there any belief in you that they will make the playoffs this year?
My gut feeling is I feel like we're not going to make the playoffs, just because what's been going on this season with the whole Westbrook up and down with Darvin Ham. I know we got Vanderbilt and the young guys. But now LeBron's injured. We have so much on our shoulders, and I feel like Lakers are just going to barely miss the playoffs this season, man. And it's just unfortunate, you know what I mean? And also, too, about AD, real quick, I feel like he's mentally checked out as being a Laker. You know what I mean? I just feel like he'd be better off in Chicago. He fits at a small market. He plays better in a small market.
Right. Because he definitely that's definitely right. Because I think he can go down there and not get that, the constant, Mr. Street clothes. And because I think that kind of ruined him a little bit in a way where now he's very, very scared and very cautious about his movement out on the court and getting possibly hurt. Because anytime that AD goes down, it's like, holy moly, what did AD get up? AD do something, but I don't think, and I still don't believe in AD, and I definitely don't believe in Coach Darvin Ham. The way they've won these games, I don't want to even give him any credit because the guys played tremendous. They did the right things, and certain things that Darvin Ham is doing out there, it just kind of makes me scratch my head. Like even the way they started the game, they ended up finishing and winning the game, but that's not the way you want to start certain games. You don't want to have to be fighting and coming from behind, and that's maybe a reason why LeBron James got hurt. He was pushing a little too much, being down 27 points. Yeah, they kind of got the biggest comeback from behind win this season, but I don't think that's the way the Lakers should be playing this season, because this happens a lot. Well, what do you think in Darvin Ham? What kind of grade do you give Darvin Ham right now, Big Baby, in the way he's managed the first, 3 quarters of the season?
An F, because, he came in as a rookie coach. It's an F for me because there's, like you said, there's lineups like inconsistent lineups. There's really no good start lineup he's done. And here's the thing. He puts LeBron's minutes 46, 36 minutes, and it was like November. He's playing big minutes. He even said during the press conference in, I think, the media day, I'm not going to play LeBron heavy minutes in December or November. Well, he did that. It's like, Darvin Ham, you got to do better next season. He's a rookie head coach, but here in Los Angeles, we don't play that around here. We do not play that. We're all about championships. And I'm going to ask you this, man. What is your biggest issue with Darvin Ham?
Myself?
Yes.
I mean, his inability to do changes within the game, because that's what a coach is all about. And that's one thing that I did appreciate Frank Vogel in his first 2 years with the Lakers. Frank Vogel was able to make adjustments throughout the game, and especially during halftime. that first year was just something that I've never seen before. Because I mean, yeah, you've seen maybe Phil Jackson do certain things back in the day, but recently we haven't had that many successful years besides the year that we actually won the championship in 2019, 2020. And that's the year I'm talking about, where you see certain coaches that, especially that, you got to have the respect from your players. And if you don't have the respect from your players, they're not going to listen to you out there. They're not. And it irritates me when I see Darvin Ham out there, especially, I guess you could say, the pre-Westbrook Laker time. Because, yeah, after they swap Westbrook, it seems like the lineups are a little more, it seems more fluid. It seems like it's more natural for the way they're playing. Prior to that, he could, any other coach, maybe there could have been another coach that could have made that work. Because we all believe, and even you, I'm pretty sure, Big Baby, a year and a half ago when the Lakers acquired Russell Westbrook, we all thought, like, okay, we got a big three now. We're going to win some championships, maybe one or two. But the way the season started and when, it didn't go as well. Now you get a new coach and you try to make it work with the same ingredients, and it didn't work. So you got rid of one guy and you get another guy. Yeah, you got a lot younger, but it's not like Russell Westbrook was just any other ball player. I mean, this is a future Hall of Famer. This is a Mr. Triple-Double right here, UCLA, LA kid. Like, you just cannot just treat a guy like that. And that's the way I felt about it. Darvin Ham could have done a much better job. I mean, the last game Russell Westbrook was on the court was that same game that him and Darvin Ham had a heated conversation during halftime. So I personally believe that they did Russell Westbrook wrong, and a lot of it has to go on the hands and on the shoulders of Darvin Ham, because he was the head coach this season right now. And as a rookie, I said it early on, LeBron does not need a rookie coach. LeBron needs a better coach, someone that he can trust and rely on to make certain calls. If not, LeBron's going to turn out to be the coach at the end of the day. Now it seems like Anthony Davis might be the coach if he's out on the court and LeBron's not. But that's how I feel about Darvin Ham. And I just think that we could have got someone else, someone better than him.
Yeah, most definitely, man. But as they all say, rookie coaches go through growing pains. And I feel like Darvin Ham's going to be here long term, because let's hypothetically say we fire Darvin Ham at the end of the season. What coach would come in here?
I mean, there is one good speculation that even you can throw it out there. Of course, Stephen A. Smith always says a lot of crazy things.
Yes.
About 2 weeks ago, prior to the trade deadline, he mentioned if the money's right, Coach K might wake up and come out into coaching. There's always been that connection with Coach K, even back in 2004, 2005, even like 2013-ish, when they went to Mike D'Antoni instead of Phil Jackson. The talk has always been there of Coach K possibly coaching in the NBA, and especially knowing that relationship that he has with LeBron James. And I don't know, I feel like if the Lakers have the money, if they want to go for it all, Genie Bus, if you want to go for it all, you go with the one and done Darvin Ham, and you give the money, and whatever Coach K asks for, you give it to him. And I mean, that's maybe a way you can go about it. I mean, there's a lot more other young coaches out there, but I don't know. I feel that there is a lot of other better handful of coaches than Darvin Ham. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. But I feel like if the Lakers do fire Darvin Ham, whatever coach we get, they're going to be like, oh, let's fire him. So I feel like Lakers are just going to keep Darvin Ham for right now. We're going to go through growing pains with him. We just got to stay the course, and he'll get better, in my personal opinion. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it.
Well, let me ask you this question, because I really want you to put it out there and let me know how you really feel about this. Going into this next offseason right now, of course, the Lakers payroll is always, above the salary tax and whatnot. Do you want to trade LeBron James right now? He does not have a no trade clause. So the Lakers are capable of trading him. Jeannie Buss, during that Hulu series, mentioned that she will never trade LeBron James. She will never consider it. Mm-hmm. Do you think maybe she'd consider it now?
That's a good question. I'm going to have to say no, because if she said it, then we just got to agree with it. But if LeBron did come to her and say, I want out, I'll be like, okay, then yeah. But no, we're not going to trade LeBron, because if we do, it's going to be crazy to trade a caliber player like LeBron. But if he does not want to be here, he needs to go behind the scenes and tell management, I don't want to be anymore. Because LeBron has mixed emotions, through the season. 1 minute he's mad, he's pissed off. He throws like a wishy-washy sign sometimes. Like, if you're all in, say it. If you're not, then go behind the scenes and tell the front office, and we're happy to ship you out. I know there'll be plenty of teams out there in the NBA will take services of LeBron James.
Yeah, that's just one situation that I'm kind of thinking about. Like, okay, well, if you were a business owner, what is better for business? And maybe not basketball wise, but for business, because it was awful. It was an awful time between 2013 and 2020. Those 6-7 years, they were just very bad. And I don't ever want to go through something like that, especially with the new look. San Diego Clippers moving into Inglewood out there and getting their new arena, having Russell Westbrook now. Maybe Russell Westbrook stays there. But what were your initial reaction about Westbrook staying in LA but going with the Clippers?
Not surprised. And as that quote he says, just have fun. If you remember that quote he said in the locker room, as long as you just have fun, that's all that matters. So he's having fun over there, being 0-2 so far. And it's not surprising. That Clipper team, same old Clippers. They're just like my LA Chargers. Have all this good talent and don't know how to execute when it matters most.
Right.
They choke under pressure, just like in my playoffs. The Chargers were up 27-7, choked it.
Yes. That was an interesting day back in January the 14th.
Yeah.
But the Clippers.
Man.
So you don't really believe in the Clippers this year, do you?
I never believed in them. Everybody's on media. Oh, we have big three and Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, choked in the playoffs. Time and time again, they choke. I know Steve Ballmer's a billionaire owner. I know he's going to do good, like build his new stadium in Inglewood, but they're never going to win in the Kawhi and Paul George era. They're never going to win a championship ever. So it's like they can talk all this noise. They got to get it done. No more excuses for Kawhi and Paul George. No more. They got to get it done.
They definitely got to get it done. But you think Westbrook is not going to help them out at all, or are they going to benefit from it? Because the Clippers are 0-2 right now with Russell Westbrook as a starter. They're 0-2 right now, and both games leading into overtime losses.
Yeah, I saw that game against Denver. He got benched for Eric Gordon.
Right
in the fourth quarter in overtime. Tyler on lose. I guess I saw the press conference. He's saying that he didn't want to mess up the momentum. That sounded like a Darvin Ham quote. Darvin Ham said the same thing before this season, and it's not going to work in the Clippers. I said that once he went there. It's like I'm not surprised by them being owned. So when they do stuff like that, shout out to D Laker Nation. Next shout out to you, man. When the Clippers do things, when they choke or mess up and crunch them, I don't even have a reaction anymore. It's the same old Clippers, year in and year out.
Oh yeah, they are the same old Clippers, but I feel that the Lakers will continue to maybe try to see what they can do with this young squad, and hopefully if AD don't get hurt, if he's capable of stepping up and being that guy, hopefully he is, and hopefully he maintains the Lakers at maybe the play-in game. I mean, who knows? I personally don't think that's going to be possible. I think that's a long shot right now, looking at the current situation. But I do want to say one thing to you, Big Baby, and I want to get your reaction on this. And I strongly feel that there is nobody in the league right now better than the Boston Celtics, and there is nobody better than Jason Tatum. I mean, if you see the type of talent that Tatum is, and yeah, we can kind of forget about what happened today at Madison Square Garden because he got ejected at Madison Square Garden. Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics got blown away by the New York Knicks. But on Saturday night primetime against Philadelphia, Jason Tatum hit the game-winning three-point shot. Boston Celtics just played like the team that they were. They were down 17 points at one point in the third quarter, and they came back from behind to kind of beat down on James Harden and Joel Embiid. What have you seen from the Boston Celtics? Am I right or wrong about Boston being the best team in the NBA right now?
They're a complete team. I know we're Laker fans here. We're just keeping it real, and the Boston Celtics are a best team in the NBA. My personal opinion, I know we're Lakers, but we gotta keep it real. Gotta give credit where credit's due. They have the best team. They're really well coached. Jason Tatum's playing at an MVP level. He's locked in ever since that finals loss. He's actually, the finals loss against Golden State, and he's hungry. He's hungry to prove everybody wrong, and he has a mentality like Kobe Bryant, man. Like, get it done when it matters most. And wouldn't surprise me if they won it this year. Would not surprise me.
No, well, that's definitely not going to be a surprise, because they're just the best team out there. So you got to give that man some credit. Jason Tatum, just I feel like now he is emerging to that level where he might sneak out and possibly chase the MVP. Even though Nikola Jokic has been, I mean, this guy's a triple double machine. He's averaging a triple double right now, and which that is a crazy for a center to do that. We just saw Russell Westbrook do it a few years ago, 3 years in a row between like 2017, 18, and 19. But that's interesting to see what you feel as a Laker fan and what you think about the Boston Celtics. Because yes, I don't know. I a lot of people around here want to say I'm not a Laker fan anymore, which it's not that I'm not a Laker fan. I just don't support what was going on with Darvin Ham and the Lakers. I don't support certain things, and I mean, I'm looking at the landscape of the NBA, and I'm looking at, okay, clearly the best team is in the East Coast right now, and it's the Boston Celtics. And Jason Tatum, I've just become a fan of his. I'm amazed watching him, and he reminds me a little bit of Kobe as well, just seeing how he can just take over the game at times. And we all saw the way he took over the All-Star game the other week, last weekend in Utah. So that was pretty great. But Big Baby, it was also great having you here on Monday Night Fredo. Of course, you are always welcome to come down here and always speak your mind about the Lakers, about the NBA, about the Chargers, and hopefully, we get a playoff conversation in a few more weeks, and hopefully we get some great news on LeBron James. As he will possibly getting some closer news in regarding his MRI tomorrow. But Big Baby, man, any last words you want to say here?
Thank you so much for having me on, man. And we're even though we're Laker fans, we keep it real as well. Keep it real. We don't sugarcoat anything. Boston is the best team in the East in the NBA, and
there it is. Say loud and proud, Big Baby.
No more excuses. No more excuses for the Clippers anymore, man. No more excuses. And yeah, man, just love talking sports with you, and keep doing great on your show, man. Keep striving for greatness, man.
That's what's up. All right, Big Baby, man. It was an honor to have you on down here. I'll talk to you very soon. Have a good one, man. All right, guys. We just had the one and only Big Baby Jonathan live on the show, man. And it's always great to have Big Baby. So make sure everyone go on Instagram and Twitter, follow him at Big Baby Jonathan. Yeah, you guys will find him there. But it's always great to have him on here. But I do want to go ahead and finish off with what I was just saying exactly on the Boston Celtics and Jason Tatum. I mean, because you got to be able to look closely into this type of team. I don't see another team like them. The closest team I see is maybe the Cleveland Cavaliers, because the Cavaliers have been sneakily coming in there, with Donovan Mitchell. And let's not forget about Damian Lillard, what he did I believe it was yesterday. He got 71 points. That he is only the sixth player in the NBA history to score over 70 points in an NBA game. So it is very nice to see, because the last people that did it, I believe it was Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Those were the last two players to ever score over 70 in the last 3 seasons. So it's very interesting to see. But honestly, just like Big Baby said, you got to give that team some credit. They're just well built. And you got to give Brad Stevens, a man that's behind it all. And as well, let's not forget about the Boston culture, the Celtics, that green. That I know some of you Laker fans out there are maybe like, Fredo, why are you talking so much about Boston? Well, Boston's just that goddamn good. That's it. They're good. As good as this show is going to be moving forward, I do want to let you guys know as well. You guys can always tune in and watch me here on Monday Night Fredo every single Monday night. But you can always watch me as well on the breaks. You can always watch me on the breaks here on Infinity TV, which you guys were normally watching me on Thursday nights, Thursday afternoons on the breaks. Now you can watch me on Tuesday nights. So it's not going to be Thursdays. It will be on Tuesdays. So anyone that wants to go ahead and catch the breaks, you can also catch on Wednesdays and Thursdays here on the Infinity TV YouTube channel and anywhere with all of our streams go on. But yeah, man, that's it. LeBron James is out. Is he going to get traded? Is he done for his career? I think this is going downhill. This is all going downhill for LeBron James now moving forward. This is downhill. I remember Kobe in year 1817. Every injury, it was just going downhill. Sooner than later, he's not going to be able to walk again. And LeBron James, you better play very soon, because if you don't, holy moly, this is going to be the 4th season in 5 years without making the playoffs. It's gonna be very interesting, very thoughts. But that's it. That's it. I'm gone. Goodbye. See you guys next week.